Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's do a level 99 review of Niv'Lu. And then she is the first archer, UR archer, to be released. That is not a limited character. Before there was Rosa, and then there was the JP only summer unit for Lilith. So this has been a long time coming, and I've always been a fan of archers. I remember back in Tactics Ogre, archers were pretty much the strongest job in the game. And what's funny is that, I forget the exact sequence of events, but in the very first version of the game, archers could hit anybody within a certain number of squares, and that was just super overpowered in addition to everything else. And then in later versions, they added it so you could only hit characters 3 or 4 spaces away. And then as we shall see, the abilities will show that you can't target people 1 or 2 spaces away from you. So in my mind, at least, that is a reference to Tactics Ogre. I don't know if the developers of this game were thinking that, but yeah. But Niv'Lu, Lightning Element, that's still kind of a weak-ish element, even now in JP, so it's nice to get any new character. Stats, HP and then attack are a little bit on the low side, but agility, I think, is the highest in the game. And so there's going to be many cases where she's going to act even 2 times in a row. That's how fast she's going to be. Next, let's look at her resistances. A little bit of slash, a little bit of pierce. That's kind of more recent now, with Kain and people like that. But I think you'd rather not have her get hit at all. Alright, and then Trust Master, this is pretty cool. Accessory raises HP a little bit and then gives you evade. That's very nice. And then the active ability is to give everybody evade within this area of effect. So if you are planning for an evade party, then yeah, this could be pretty good for you. I feel like, though, in using Niv'Lu, I don't really want to rely on evade that much, so I almost never use this Trust Master. I really want to rely on just distance, range, keeping her out of harm's way completely. And then that's all the defense that she needs. And that's how I've been playing her. And that's been pretty successful. But we got jobs Sniper, Gunner, and then Time Mage. Very interesting combination. Let's look at her up close. Very cool. And 3D model. She looks pretty cool. Alright, and she has a really good voice actress too. I don't know if you listen to the Japanese voice actresses, but for her you might want to listen to it. It's very sadistic and kind of rude. Alright, but let's look at her abilities. Main job Sniper, this is a new job for Global. Here we have a slow shoot, a little bit of damage, and then agility down. This is going to be one of her bread and butter attacks, and yeah, as we can see, that middle area is not targetable by her. And a nice elevation here. She can go up or down 5 elevation, so that's pretty versatile. And then elevation is very important in the tower in particular. There are lots of stages where you need, to go up or down. Here's a TP skill. This will increase range and then defense penetration. Those are very nice current skills. And then Dispel Spread. This is one of her best attacks. But big damage, and then will Dispel. So you can get rid of magic buffs, attack buffs, you can get rid of haste, you can get rid of hate even. So you can kind of take a tank out of the equation with this attack, so that's very powerful. Okay, here's another attack. This is a medium damage and then move down 1. And this is not based on her faith. This is just 100% rate to go off, the move -1. And this will increase her kind of defense as well, because if you can keep, characters away from you, then they can't attack you, of course. So. And then a Barrier Break Arrow, another one of her marquee attacks. There are certain things like Saintly Wall or Laswell's Bunshin, which just block attacks or mitigate damage. You can get rid of it just with this attack and then do some damage on top of that. And if it's one of those kind of barrier skills that has 3 hits or more, this will just eliminate it no matter how many hits are left, so pretty powerful attack here. So yeah, even though her attack is not super duper high, you're using her more as kind of a backup attacker and then more as a debuffer to slow down or weaken the enemies or just outright dispel them. Alright, and then a sniper subjob, target share. This is a TP skill, AoE. This will raise attack and then add a Beast Slayer. This one's interesting because it doesn't raise projectile attack, it just raises vanilla attack. So you could use this on a slash attacker, a fist attacker, so there's a little bit of versatility there. But if you're facing somebody with like high defense, this is not going to be as good as like raise projectile attack or something. Okay, here is Arm Shoot, very small damage, maybe it has a chance of Don't Act. And then here is Paralyze Trap. Does paralyze, and then as we can see, this is a TP skill, so this will not do any damage, but it will restore some AP for you. Okay, and then we have a Subjob Gunner, and this has all the usual stuff that we are familiar with. Leg Aim for Don't Move, TP skill to raise the projectile attack, and then range +1. This is going to be the best subjob if you want to use a party of projectile attackers. Blackout, this will do small damage and then perhaps blind. Sidewinder, medium damage, will penetrate through units and then also add a Beast Slayer. Another AoE TP skill, this will raise a critical hit rate. And tell me if this is right or not, but I just found out today that if you do a critical hit with like a regular attack or something, you will restore more AP than you would with just a regular attack. I did not know this was true. If it is true, let me know. Confirm in the comments. And so that might make like gunners or rangers the critical type of weapon maybe better than assault, but yeah. Alright, and then the 2-hit attack. This is probably the gunner's most damaging attack. Alright, then finally we have a Time Mage. We got Haste. This one, whose name I forget, but you switch places with another character, whether an enemy or a teammate. And then Don't Move, that is a spell. Comet, another spell, and then Quick. I usually turn off everything but Quick. And we also got Slow and Levitate. But yeah, Quick, that alone could make her really good for PvP in particular. If you wanted to kind of slingshot either your tank or your big AoE attacker to the front of the map, and then take down a lot of guys or else draw attacks. I'm usually using Time Mage, but I can see the benefits of all three of her subjobs. She might be one of the characters that has the best selection of subjobs of anybody. But we have support abilities. I usually have this one on. This will raise range by 2 and then lower evade. Yeah, I don't mind about the evade because again, I'm trying to go for range in order to protect her, and then not so much actually engaging the enemy. And then here's long range. This is a sniper support ability. Again, range +1. Although, there's also this sniper support ability, which will add projectile attack and then also luck. Projectile attack, of course, will raise her damage. Luck, that will add a critical rate to her. So again, if you wanted to get more AP from critical hits, then this might be good. It could also raise her evade. And then we have just the regular projectile attack up. And then immunity to CT effects, so slow, stop, haste, and quick will not have any effect on her. And then here this will speed up her casting rate in case you wanted to speed up quick or something. For the most part though, I would equip these range plus support abilities, and then possibly this sniper one if you wanted to raise her damage and then luck. Okay, then reaction ability. This is an interesting one. Counter smoke. If you're hit with a physical attack from this kind of range, then you will counterattack with an accuracy down kind of status effect. That's very interesting. And then we have a slow counter from a Time Mage. This is also interesting. And then a counter shot. I'm not a big fan of this because sometimes you can hit your own teammates if you do that. Okay, and then a limit break, which I like very much from her. Spider Rain. But this will break defense and then will do medium damage. So yeah, on top of everything else, she has a defense break. So she can do really well on physical attack teams. But yeah, pretty expensive here at 58, and then a lot of her skills are very expensive, high AP costs, and then her starting AP is not super high. So for her, you might want to consider giving her the bells even, just so that she can, continually get out those AP skills. But if you wanted to, rely on TP buffs or critical hits from your regular attacks, you could rely on that in order to raise AP, but bells might be a good choice for her. And then Master Ability is a defense penetration plus 20, and then projectile attack plus 5. It's kind of rare for a character to get a Master Ability with that defense penetration. You see that on like Super Stern, who is a premium unit, and then you see it on like TP skills, like on Gurasura. But to have it on 100% of the time, that's pretty powerful. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say about Niv'Lu, really. And then usually I do not talk about like builds in my character reviews because it changes for every situation that you're in. But I think there's one vision card that is especially good for her, and that is the Experiment vision card. This will raise the projectile resistance 25 for your party, and then as a personal ability will raise gained AP up 30%, and that's pretty important for her, again, because she needs a lot of AP. So if you were mad about Niv'Lu, I would strongly consider maxing this card as well. Okay, I think that will do it for the review of Niv'Lu, one of the best characters in the game even now in JP, according to those tier rankings. Alright, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.